Hey, what's up? Long time no see, long time no hear, all that good stuff. This video is going to be really random, all over the place because, yeah, I was supposed to do this video earlier and all types of trouble was happening. Family members was walking in, different types of noises. Like now you might hear some stuff that's like bombs. It's almost the 4th, so yeah, today is the 1st. People start getting their firecrackers like maybe yesterday, or yeah, the firecracker stand's been out. They were out in June. It's just now turned July. But anyway, so you might hear some sirens, you might hear some motorcycles, you might hear some, yeah. But anyway, you like my bow? My fam like my bow. But anyway, first topic is Barbie Kristina. Now, I don't know if y'all heard, but Angela Bassett supposed to be doing like a Lifetime movie or producing a Whitney Houston biopic or some type of Whitney Houston movie. Well, Barbie Kristina wanted to play as Whitney. I don't know if she wanted to play as Whitney Houston throughout the whole movie, or I don't know if she wanted to play a younger Whitney, but she wanted to be in the movie, and rightfully so. That was her mother. I mean, yeah, that was her mother, but I guess Angela Bassett was like, she's not an actor or actress, and so Bobby K, she's still young. I believe she's about 21. Yeah, she's 21, but she's still young. Matter of fact, she's still hurting over her mother. Don't know how to deal with still with the death of her mother, and so she lashed out. She was upset, and rightfully so. People are talking about doing a movie with her mother in it, but don't want her in it. And so she went on Twitter or whatever, and she said something or sent a hashtag about Angela Bassett being a man or look like a man. Now, when she said that, you know, the masses, you know, the people went in on her. And some of the comments they were saying to her was downright ignorant, mean, negative, anything bad you could think about these. Well, not all of them, but the majority of them were negative. People were telling her, Bobby K, you don't need to play her because you got a big old gap in your mouth and you're not pretty enough to play your mother. And saying things like she's a disgrace to her parents. And so when people leave these comments, because they're all mad and hyped up that she said what she said about Angela Bassett. Now, mind you, Angela Bassett didn't lash out at her. Angela Bassett didn't lash out at her. So if she didn't lash out at her, what makes people think that they're any more right than Bobby K for saying what she said? And I'm gonna tell you just like this: Angela Bassett, when she work out, them arms be looking like they look muscular, and so Angela Bassett, her face, as far as face wise, don't look like a man, but sometimes her build could look a little strong. It's nice, but it's a little strong. So people were saying she was a disgrace. You basically, you're a crackhead and this, that, and this, and that. I mean, he was talking. We was like, what the are people serious? What they mean? She's a disgrace to her family. And Takia was like, people saying that, but what type of disgrace are you? Not you, or you, but what type of, talking in general, what type of disgrace are you to your family? I mean, we've probably all did something that probably embarrassed our family, or you know what I'm saying? So when these people were saying you're a disgrace to your family, the person that was saying that you are a disgrace to your family, you're no better than nobody. And just because you might not be cracked out, drugged out, or whatever, you might be horned out, you might be cigarette out, you might be whatever, whatever your vices are. Just because her vices are not your vices, don't mean your vices are any better. So I was just like, wow, because this little girl, even though, and people was like, she a little girl, she need to sit down, she thinks she grown, and at 21, you are legal, you are grown, but at 21 also, you still like right around the corner from being a teenager. So I just feel bad for her, because they were like, you don't even look nothing like Whitney Houston, you look straight like Bobby. And Bobby Kristina, she looks like Whitney and Bobby. Her forehead and her teeth reminds me of Bobby, but like her complexion and her height and, you know, remind me of Whitney. I don't think she's a bad looking girl. I just think she's still having a hard time dealing with the death of her mother. And people are sick. It's mighty funny how she can say what she said about Angela Bassett and everybody find her so wrong. But then the people that find her so wrong will say something just as negative or more negative than what she said. I don't get it. I don't get it. Oh, what else I want to talk about? I saw Chris Brown perform on the BET Awards, and Chris Brown looking like yeah, he's looking like a grown man. I like the build on him. He did good. You could tell he was nervous at first. You could tell he was nervous, but all in all, he did. Is my knee ashy? No, but all in all, he did really, really well. And he looks good. What else I want to talk about? Michelle Williams has a, well, it's not new. I think it's like a year old, but she has a gospel song out called, I think, Say Yes, and it's featuring Kelly Rowland and Beyonce. And Beyonce can't win for losing. You know, it's a gospel song or everything, but it's real upbeat. And the beat in my head, and my younger family members, they are in love with the song, and it got this like this African beat and everything. But I like when I hear the song, I like the beat, I like the words, I like the fact that when I listen to it, I can dance, but then a whine won't pop out, because sometimes I ain't gonna sit there and lie. Sometimes when I listen to some gospel music, I'll be like, you know, clapping, the next thing you know, a whine or some type of, yeah, secular movement wants to come in, you know what I'm saying? So yeah, doing this song, it's fun, it's upbeat, it's really positive, it makes you feel good, and it's crazy because Beyonce was in the video and Michelle go first, Beyonce goes second, Kelly is last. It's like her part is a little long or whatever, but all in all, it's an uplifting song, and you know, they doing it to you know, I guess glorify God or whatever, you know what I'm saying? And so Beyonce, she has this like this white outfit on, whatever, and it look kind of shawlish to me. And then you see her probably had like some high-waisted jeans or something up under it, and to me, I like that because you could tell she was trying to tone it down, but you could tell she was trying to be herself too. And people was just talking about how she was a Jezebel and talking about the beat and it's demonic and it's that and it's that and it's that. But when people come and look at these videos, and it's one thing to say your opinion or everything and critique and criticize, but you can do that without being judgmental. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, you can do all that without being judgmental. It's something else I wanted to talk about. What was it? The Beyonce thing. Bobby Kristina. I don't know what else. I think, oh, and, oh yeah, oh yeah, it's been a couple of weeks ago, but I saw this picture of this girl. She was graduating. I can't think of what her name was, but I think she's like 25 or something like that, and she was, graduating, and she was at her graduation, and she was sitting and breastfeeding her baby, and I can remember the baby's name because the baby's name is Aaliyah. And when I have my daughter, I'm going to name her Aaliyah, so that's why I'm able to remember the baby's name, but I can't think of her mother's name. But anyway, some of y'all might have saw, yeah, but yeah, if you, I mean, you can look it up, breastfeeding, college graduate or whatever. But she was just sitting in the picture, whatever, and one of her friends asked her, "Can I take a picture, you know, of you?" And now she's feeding the baby, and she don't have a cover over the baby, so she has her gown on, her cap and everything, and you see the baby right here, and then you see all this exposed, like, and you can't see the nipple wall because it's in the baby's mouth. Well, a lot of people went off over that picture and called her all types of ratchet and that and this, that, and this, that, and the other. But nobody, well, it was some people, but people focused more on the fact that she shouldn't have been breastfeed, or she could have picked a better place to breastfeed, or this, that, and this, that, and the other, and everything. The only thing I don't think she should have picked a different place to breastfeed. The only thing I think that she should have did, because we are living in a world like this and it's a lot of pervs. So I just think she should have had maybe a cover up, just because how the world is. So I think she should have had a cover up. And during this time, that was a couple of weeks ago, that was when Rihanna had wore her little that's when Rihanna had went to, was on, y'all know where she was at. She was wherever she was at with that, I wouldn't call it a dress, but it really wasn't a dress. It was supposed to be a dress, but it was straight see-through. And I think that she should have really, Rihanna, that's my girl, that's my boo, but she just had a thong up under the dress, and I felt like this, well, if you did all that, then you was naked. You should have just came to the show naked. I don't care how many diamonds, crystals, or fishnet, or whatever you have on your body, you should have just came naked, because, yeah, but it was like, Rihanna got more positive feedback from that than a girl that was graduating and breastfeeding her baby. Not only was she graduating at 25, but she was graduating with a child. She was doing something that a lot of people think that black people don't do. She was breastfeeding and she was black. So it's already bad that a lot of people think that black females just don't breastfeed, and they do. It's some females out there that, you know, that are black and they breastfeed. What y'all think about Solange? And I'm not talking about what y'all think about Solange jumping all up in Jay-Z's grill. What do y'all think about Solange being engaged to someone who's 51? Now me, I don't think it's anything wrong with it, but you had to see some of the comments that people was leaving from that. There's like, she with him for the money, she doing this, she doing that, she yada yada woo woo. She already been with the man for like 5 years. She's not with him for the money because she has her own money. And trust and believe, she has her own money. Just because Beyonce is her sister don't mean that she doesn't have her own money. And then guess what? They are sisters. So Beyonce's money is kind of like her money, and Solange's money is kind of like, you know, they're sisters. So it's no Beyonce is rich and Solange is broke, and you know what I'm saying? So yeah, then people was like, she's trying to be like Beyonce, and she'll never, she could always be in her sister's shadow, and this, then, that. Well, actually, to me, I don't feel like she's in her sister's shadow, because she's, Solo, she did her own little record album, everything, and Solange can sing. It was the people, and maybe the marketing people, and maybe who produced her, that won't let her get out of Beyonce's shadow. It's her. Just like when they were saying, that Solange is engaged to her boyfriend because Jay-Z is about that age or whatever. Everybody forgot that Solange was married way before Beyonce. Solange had a child before Beyonce, even though I think that when she got married the first time, I think she probably got married because she just didn't want a lot of people talking, because she's like 17 around that time, so she didn't want people talking or anything. I don't think she should have got married then, because they probably, well, it didn't work out. So now, she's not doing stuff because of Beyonce. She was married before Beyonce, had a child before Beyonce. And what else? People are wondering how Kelly feels about Michelle slipping up and saying, yeah, I'm going to have another little nephew. Basically saying that Kelly's having a boy. Pump the brakes, hold the press, pause for the cause. Now, when Kelly first let everybody know on Instagram that she was pregnant by posting a big pair of Jordans and a small pair of Jordans, and said, I'm going to be stunting like my daddy, to me, maybe I asked out or I assumed, but to me, my assumption was that she was pregnant with a little boy. So actually, Michelle was not the first person that told the sex of Kelly's baby. And why do it sound like it's something else I'm forgetting to tell y'all or talk about? I ain't seen y'all in such a long time. Oh. Hopefully y'all don't hear a whole bunch of background music. I mean, noise and everything. I know y'all just heard that and everything. This light night a little bit because I got a lamp over there, but iPads kind of suck. I mean, they fun to play games on or everything, But iPads kind of, I don't understand what's the hype about iPads or iPhones. Or I love to use tablet. I love a tablet so much better, and I had this iPad for a minute now, for about, it's July. I had this iPad for about 4 months, 4.5 months, yeah. So I should have got an iPad mini, but I didn't. But it's easier to carry around than a laptop, so, and it's even easier to carry a small camera around. But yeah, I think I'm gonna go ahead and wrap this one up. I know it's something else that I wanted to say and talk about, but yeah, I just wanted to, yeah, just step in the room. I just wanted to step on the tube and let everybody know we still here. We still here, still maintaining, living, working. I washed my hair today, and this is nothing but 10 big braids. Cause yeah, it's July 1st, and I don't plan on washing my hair till like August 1st. And you say it's nasty or not, whatever, but it really isn't. I used to wash my hair like every 2 weeks, and then I started trying to wait till like every 3 weeks, and then I noticed that was still like too often, so I don't put a whole bunch of product in my head. So, like, say today is July 1st, and when I go wash my hair in August, as soon as as soon as I start washing my hair, I can hear my hair squeak. Yes, when my hair is clean, my hair squeaks. And this video is like, what? And it's gonna take forever to load up. So most likely, if I don't load this video up tonight, it'll be up on here tomorrow. So peace. I'm out. And I'm gonna try to, yeah, but I'll be seeing y'all.